Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. Here's what's happening today in America. America prepares. Iran threatens Israel. Halloween celebrations around the world. And your smartphone is dirty. That's all coming up. And Bill will be here with your message of the day. But first, towns across the U.S. have increased patrols at Jewish centers and synagogues after Hamas killed at least 1,000 civilians in Israel. New York City Mayor Eric Adams putting the NYPD on high alert for so-called lone wolf attacks. At least 14 Americans were killed in the worst assault against Jews since the Holocaust. The State Department confirming another 20 Americans remain missing. Reports in one town say that there were at least 40 babies killed, some beheaded, entire families burned alive in their homes. An Israeli lawmaker is calling for the Israeli military to use nuclear weapons in response. Either way, the Israeli defense minister said, quote, "What was in Gaza will no longer be." Iran's ruling cleric warned Israel that any retaliation against Hamas could spark a regional war. The supreme leader, Ayatollah Khomeini, released an official statement to state-run media, said, quote, "This attack against the Zionist state was a devastating earthquake. It is unlikely that the usurping regime will be able to repair the deep impacts this incident has caused. Any retaliation would only cause a greater disaster." A survey from the World Population Review has found that the American holiday, Halloween, has become more popular outside of America. Now remember, Halloween used to be a religious holiday. It was All Hallows Eve. Hallows, meaning hallowed, which means holy. It was the night before All Saints Day. So it used to be a religious holiday. Now it's a pagan thing, just like every other holiday. Holiday, holy day in America. But we've outsourced this now around the entire world. Other countries that celebrate our Halloween: Mexico, England, Italy, Guatemala, Ireland, and now Halloween is becoming more popular in China and Japan. Researchers at the University of Arizona confirming that your average smartphone, the one you have in your pocket right now, is dirtier than a toilet seat. Scientists say a single iPhone contains 20,000 different types of bacteria, germs, and viruses. That is 10 times more than the toilet. Experts recommend cleaning your phone with a disinfectant wipe at least once a day. I've never cleaned my phone once, ever. I'm Mike Slater from the podcast Politics by Faith. Bill O'Reilly with your message of the day. Next.
If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. This protection plan is at an all-time low in price. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Wednesday, many Americans have little interest in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, but that is a mistake. The violence over there will affect all of us over here. There are presently three major evils in the world: the communist Chinese, the totalitarian Putin, and Islamic militancy that includes Iran. All three sanction murder and denial of human rights. All three are locked and loaded in order to create violent mayhem. Ukrainian and now war in Palestine create disorder throughout the world. And disorder is the enemy of civilized behavior. When shooting starts, economic prosperity declines. That's your wallet. The Hamas murder spree is not President Biden's fault, despite his opponents wishing it so. Israeli intelligence was ineffective, as was American intel before 9/11. What is Biden's fault is disorder inside the USA, from the border to the drug-saturated inner cities to an astounding lack of discipline in the Biden administration. This country needs clear-eyed leadership and tactical superiority over the evil doers. Please remember that in November 2024. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. All right, here is the mail. We go to Tanya Berlaga, Parkland, Florida. Bill, you've said many times that our country has excellent intelligence and we would be able to intercept a terrorist attack like 9/11 if it was planned. If that's so, how would you explain the attack on Israel? Well, Tanya, first of all, give me a break, okay? I never said 100% guarantee that U.S. intel can protect us from a terror attack. Nobody would ever say that. So give me a break. What I did say is in 22 years, our intelligence services have prevented hundreds of terror attacks on our soil. I cannot explain the Hamas attack. I assume in the months to come, we'll know why that intel failed. Dave Schoof, Sacramento, California. Why has Congresswoman Tlaib not been sanctioned and removed from her role in government? Because there is no mechanism in the Constitution to remove an elected federal official who speaks out about anything. You can't. You can impeach her, but they're not going to do that. It's a freedom of speech thing. But there's a reason why Congress people only serve 2-year terms. So in Michigan, Tlaib should be out on her butt, right? But she'll probably win again because it's an Arab district. Adrienne Gentile, Las Vegas. We the people are now furious watching the Biden administration lead our country into chaos. We need new leadership, not ideology. Well, we the people is what, Adrienne? Biden got 80 million votes. And if he ran tomorrow, he gets 60 million more. I think maybe 55. We the people? There's division in this country, not unanimity. In a moment, something you might not know. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 48 years ago today, a Canadian producer launched a new kind of late-night show. The 90-minute broadcast featured a guest host, cast of 9 comedians, and 2 musical performances. Saturday Night Live had arrived. Here is the story. Beginning in 1965, NBC ran the best of Johnny Carson on Saturday nights. In 1974, the aging Carson wanted the program to run on Friday so he could take that day off. Writer Lorne Michaels pitched the SNL idea to fill that time slot. He recruited National Lampoon writer Cornelius Chase, better known as Chevy, to lead the crew featuring Midwest comedians John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, and Gilda Radner. On October 11, 1975, Saturday Night Live debuted starring guest host George Carlin. Critics immediately panned the program. Some claim the material promoted drugs, premarital sex, and undermined the American political system by disrespecting the president, all of which was true. Despite the slow start, SNL developed a cult following among young viewers. Within 2 years, more than 12 million people tuned in each week. Since its debut, Saturday Night Live has launched dozens of stars, including Chase, Bill Murray, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Jimmy Fallon. From Ray Charles to the Rolling Stones, the world's biggest musicians have appeared on SNL. The most controversial was singer Sinead O'Connor, who desecrated a picture of the Pope protesting child abuse within the Catholic Church. And here's something else you might not know. Despite its impressive pedigree, fans are now ditching Saturday Night Live. Ratings for last year's opening episode plunged 35% compared to 2021. Just 3 million people tuned in. On average last season, less than 1.5 million watched SNL Live. The 49th season of Saturday Night Live returns this coming Saturday, featuring host Pete Davidson and the musical guest Ice Spice. Don't really know them, but I'm sure they're swell. Back after this. If you or your business is behind in filing your tax returns, or if you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS, listen carefully. The Biden administration just unveiled an $80 billion plan to modernize the IRS and reduce the unpaid tax debt. Are you tired of the IRS letters, levies, liens, or wage garnishments? You don't have to face the IRS alone. Hire Anthem Tax Services today. They can help you settle your delinquent tax problems and all collections, and may even be able to reduce your back taxes significantly. If they can't reduce your payments or put you in a better position, Anthem Tax Services will refund your money 100%. The information is free. The help is real. Please call Anthem Tax Services, 800-810-9193. 800-810-9193. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.